What's up, everybody? Today's story comes from The Hollywood Reporter. Zach Braff joins Gabrielle Union for a Cheaper by the Dozen remake, and Twitter lost their minds. Basically, Twitter is accusing creator of Blackish and Grownish and I forgot the one on HBO. On Netflix. Kenya Barris of mixed washing his shows on his platforms. He has a chance now. Kenya Barris co-wrote the script and is producing the update for Disney Plus. Zach Braff has closed a deal to star with Gabrielle Union in Cheaper by the Dozen, a reimagining of the 2003 comedy being developed for Disney Plus. Blackish creator Kenya Barris co-wrote the script and is producing the project, which will be directed by Gail Lerner. Lerner worked with Barris on Blackish as a writer, executive producer, and director. The story centers on a multiracial, blended family of 12 navigating the hectic home life while managing their family business. And this is where Twitter went crazy. Basically, people were responding to the idea of a mixed race family once again being the focal point in one of Kenya Barris's projects. And it seems like he's kind of become like the go-to guy for this type of content in the television comedy space. He's made a name for himself as this, and he's said in the past that this is his truth. This is his lifestyle. His wife is biracial in real life, and his children are also mixed race, for lack of a better term, even though they have a black father. Dwayne Perkins on Twitter says, imagine how deeply blackness could have been explored with 2 black parents and 12 uniquely black kids, different black kids, the range it could have possessed. Well, Aquarius Hun says, I swear Kenya Barris is scared of an all-black family. This person whose name I will not repeat for profanity's sake, response, defund Kenya Barris. Don't let him near the writer's room, please. I'm begging y'all. It brings up a good point. I think Hollywood has had a history of making things more palatable or pushing, for lack of a better term, an agenda or something that would suggest that a mixed family is more palatable to a wider audience, let's just say, and people are. I think from the premiere of the show on Netflix. Let me find out the name of that show. From the premiere of the show on Netflix that he did with, let's look it up real quick. Okay, this show where he actually starred in as the lead character, who was a writer, basically kind of the same basic idea as Blackish, but a little more racy, a little more on the edge. The show is called Black AF. That's right. # Black AF. So, the show, the title in itself is a play on just it being a edgier version of Blackish, kind of the real version of Blackish that he probably would have told in the first place. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm creative myself, so I know how hard it is to come up with very unique and poignant and good ideas for programming. And if you're good at something, why if it's not broke, don't fix it. Let's just say that. But it does seem alarming that he has 4 properties now that are in the same vein, and he's taking on a 5th that also kind of corners the market in the same family dynamic. Now, you would say, there's nothing wrong with that. Go get your money, brother. And nobody's mad at him for that. But I think what it is now we're seeing with the response, with people on Twitter are able to dictate. They're able to dictate what is good, what isn't. There's a lot more input from your audience, and you get an immediate feedback, which has never happened before in Hollywood history. So there's a lot of people that want to put their 2 cents in, and they're being heard. And so if your audience is saying that, I think at a certain point you do have to start listening. And I think there's also a time where as creators, as studios, you can be tone deaf to an issue that might come up. Now, does this, make the series a patent failure? No. Does that mean people won't be watching? No. But I think it does indicate some type of fatigue for this. I mean, you look at any commercial right now, there's a lot of pushing of this. And I explained it yesterday to a friend of mine. The black family being split apart. Black mother, white father, or a black single man with children. I've seen that. And black man with Asian woman, black man with white woman, and so on and so forth. And anything but a black, strong couple together. And it kind of does, as a black person, it makes you feel a certain way. And, not there's anything wrong with the interracial couples. I'm gonna definitely hedge. But yeah, let's see. Okay. This is a good point. Somebody said I'd support you going into the writer's room and launching projects over bringing someone else down. And that goes to one of my solutions for this is basically if there was a diversity of thought in those writers' rooms, if there was a diversity of thought in those decision-making suites, in the executive offices, maybe you have a chance to make a different decision. Maybe somebody can stop and say, look, I kind of feel like these people on Twitter, it's like, can we just run this down the middle? But, the answer to that is going to be that, oh, well, a black family won't sell as a strong unit. It's going to be a black show at that point. As soon as you do that, if you don't have Zach Braff in there in the mix, then we don't have a Go project, which is a shame. It's a shame in this day and age. And, it's kind of half-assed diversity sometimes. It's basically, we're going to bring this diversity out, whether you like it or not. And we're going to do it our way instead of the way that you think. So anyway, debut is going to be sometime in 2022 for this show on The Dozen. I'll be watching. Let's see. Steve Martin and Bonnie Hunt starred in the 2003. So it's not even a show that had a black family. So this is probably some type of faux groundbreaking act to put Gabrielle Union into this multiracial family and make it, cheaper by the dozen. So either way, I'm Frank Fawcett for Fawcett Media. I thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I want you to like this channel, subscribe. I'm going to be bringing you more of this fire content as often as possible. It's a decision I've made for this year. And yeah, let's keep going. Yeah. Peace.